up, dudes? This is Cards of the Heart, and whether you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch, on Rumble, on Kick, I welcome you back to the film room, where I'm not quite in the mood to play Tetris Attack tonight, considering how much of that I've done over the past 2 months, but I am in the mood for a little bit of closure, and the best way I can close off this chapter of non-stop Tetris Attack running throughout the past couple of months is to look at the end of the annual Speedrun tournament that did just conclude over the weekend, and I'm gonna figure out what in the world I did wrong.
Oh my god!
Or maybe what I did right. I don't know. There was like a little bit of a column A and a little bit of column B. And maybe from looking at the last 2 matches of the tournament that I took place, I both participated in and broadcasted myself. That's always a fun adventure. I'm going to look at those matches and figure out what good things I can take away going into this upcoming Tetris Attack season. And I might have to announce something else at the end of the show. Who knows? Who knows? It's just something that's just now coming to mind, dude.
Dude!
Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on. There was a lot happening. I was kind of rushing to get some things done before show started, because yeah, I'll tell you right now, dudes, my May is about to get incredibly busy. In fact, it already started with a little re-inspection of the home that I am about to purchase. I am like this close to the finish line on getting that done, dude.
Dude!
There are a couple relatively minor issues that need to get ironed out. I am still on track to get the keys to the home next week. Whether the transition is completely smooth is a whole nother issue entirely. So as soon as I get the keys to the new place, it'll be a bit of a fast and furious moving process, because I'm going to have quite a bit to move in order to get out of this place before the deadline at the end of the month. So I'm about to have to go fast in a completely different direction. I got so much I need to get ready now. Like, I didn't realize until I received the original eviction notice just how much crud I've got in this house, dude. And I think I might be a bit of a hoarder, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to sort out everything that I'm going to want to move. Just looking around at my space right now, boy do I have a lot of stuff. Like, I've already had to like stuff the underside of my desk with a lot of my gaming things. Like my walking space right now is occupied with
Space!
Oh, there's the random trigger. There's the randomly determined trigger on the space clip. Thank you, Tim Curry. But, you know, right now my walking space is kind of occupied with my computer, my gaming rack of all of my retro consoles, my printer that I have occupies an entire shelf. I've got piles of clothes I need to sort through. I've got shelving of other gaming peripherals I need to get through. I've got an entire drawer of a cabinet, like a little plastic Tupperware 3-shelf cabinet. One of the shelves is entirely dedicated to controllers. Kind of ridiculous how much I have. And I'm going to be spending a lot of this weekend trying to sort through it all. And do the final walkthrough of my house. So, things are about to get really, really busy. But before I move too far forward in time to a new chapter in my life, it might as well be as good a time as any to close the book on the chapter that was the Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025. Lots of highs, lots of lows, and I'm going to take a look at what happened at the end of this tournament in both of the matches that I played into end of the tournaments, starting right now. So, I have the first match loaded up right here. It is the Losers Finals match of the tournament against Wizard Person. And give me a second to orient myself before I get into my mindset going into this match. In fact, should definitely have some music, because I'm not going to play the background. So there will be some background music to accompany all this, and I think I need to flip my camera too. I want to flip this. I do. Kind of like helps the immersion of me, like looking at my video feed of the matches, like looking at it like right here, and from here it's like I'm looking at everything. So that will help. That will certainly help the look of things. Okay, forgive me if I'm randomly checking my email throughout the show, because I gotta make sure that I don't hear back from my real estate agent needing an urgent talk about what happened in the re-inspection of the property. And I don't want to get too deep in the weeds of that. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, let's start taking a look at this. Let's start taking a look at this Losers Finals matchup between myself, the 2 seed, and Wizard Person, the 7 seed. As expected from a 2-7 matchup in a bracket-style tournament, we did play against each other on the hard difficulty to start the top 8 play. It was my first match, and it was a not so unconvincing loss on my part. Oh, I needed a fair deal of time in order to get revved up for this tournament, and I did not have a lot of room to get revved up. So I really started this tournament from behind the 8 ball, as I had to win through basically every single round of the loser's bracket in order to get to this point. And I'm not gonna lie to you dudes, beefing a couple rounds prior was what I considered my championship match. Like anything I'd done after that was going to be a gravy, and I thought it was gonna be a little bit easier, a little bit, because FFR Pro and Wizard Person here have definitely had their share of crash outs over the years. I was afraid of something like that happening to FFR, and it happened, and I was afraid of something like that happening to Wizard Person if things got particularly hairy. Although, for the most part, in our recent matchups, it was actually Wizard Person that got off to the early leads in these matches before I would come back and win at the buzzer, if you will. Like, I swear, I think our last rounds went to 2 deciding games. It's kind of crazy how quickly, how much that has happened throughout the years. So, I was definitely worried about something like that happening in this match, so... should I actually? There might be a way I can work around this. I think I might actually want the commentary for this one. You know what? Get the background music. I don't need it. I don't need the background music for this one. But I'm going to have to finagle the settings of my video player in order to get this sound to play through a different device. I think... do I want this one? I think I want this one. I think I want the same audio cable that my timer would normally go through. I think. Let's see how this sounds.
Play against the 3-time
Okay. Okay, so that is the right audio cable. Now I'm gonna balance this to make sure that this isn't completely overpowering this, because I'm not gonna try to listen to this commentary too much. Really, I had to sit through hours of listening to this in real time and in the editing room, cutting this up for YouTube publication. But both of the matches I'm going to look at today are on the League of Puzzle Speedrunners YouTube channel if you want to follow along. So that in mind, let's give this a listen and see what it is that went wrong here. As this first race was not super great for what I needed. This first race, like I was definitely worried about what kind of play I was going to bring to these final 2 matches, and this first one didn't start out all that well.
Let's get after it.
We start.
So, how did I start this off?
I don't think so, Tim.
Wow, Cards is really raising his stack. That's really high.
Now, one thing Beefin is
Okay, looks like both players got points,
pointing
but
out
combos
in
is
the
a little
commentary
slow.
booth, very nice.
Lack
Lakitu from Wizard. My Lakitu went down to row 3. I wonder if there's something I could have done about that, but right away I was trying to
Wow, Cards is really
alter my strategy a little bit,
really high.
which was to
Really raising his
raise really high, make some lag chains,
raising his stack.
set up a chain in advance, and then find combos in other places. And really, my combo output was so bad here. Look, only 2 lines of combos. This was bad. I had to rebuild this one from the ground up.
Definitely less so for Cards there. Get a couple
Yeah.
combos now.
Yeah,
Like,
slightly
yes,
lower
Lakitu got down low, but my combo output was absolute trash. So, I was
Wizzy P
definitely
there with a
starting off
13,
with
that's
a
gonna be
little
nice.
bit
Ooh, 8
of
combos, talk to me.
anxiety
Good
from
that here.
the get-go, especially
That
when I
first
can
pillar there is gonna
see
get deep
Wizard
cleared. Ooh,
Person
there's gonna be a
Ooh, there's
chain
some
doing a
going.
little bit of his
There are enough combos on top,
thing.
though.
I was
As
trying
long as
that.
you
That
know,
insert doesn't work, you idiot.
extra clear, and there isn't. That should be
And
some
because
catching.
I took extra long
Not as much
to
after Bumpty gets that
get the
one
payoff, Bumpty got
Yeah,
to
there's that long pillar right there.
that
Okay,
little
gonna be a
garbage
nice
clear,
gonna
and
get a little
yeah, this
time
is
back for
not
cards.
going
Gonna take an early lead
how I want it.
for Wizzy P
And
right here.
even with
Very nice.
Wizard Person's earlier troubles, like I know that I'm not
Yeah, Wizzy P,
not
operates
in a
outside
good
of
place.
Gonna cut it off at a 4 chain here.
I do like me
Ooh,
my
heard the
5
dog go off,
combos.
but,
I was trying to set up other 5
One
combos,
last
and
sword, there's gonna be a
this
clear there.
this is
Brutal.
the stage that probably shows off the strategy I was trying to employ the most. This is the strategy that I was trying to make work this entire time. I'm trying to set up a little bit of a chain sequence, which I've got this 5 combo set here, ready to go. And I'm trying to finagle these blues into some sort of combo formation and these follow-up purples into something. But I've also got this blue and purple formation potential to work with there. So I've got some options that I am trying to work with, and just make an 8 combo at the end for good measure. And that is what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to load myself up with as many panels as I can get to not only set up the initial chain, but also to follow up with the combos I need to make in the event I miscalculate on the garbage. My combo follow-ups were not going to be good here, but I did that fast enough to get Wiggler in 12 seconds, but I think the further I played with this strategy throughout the weekend, the more worried I was about my combo output after the initial chain. So we'll see here if that ends up being a problem.
Uh-oh, there's color conflicts here. Okay, cards, navigates those, but swaps out of it.
It took, yeah, that was a
really attack
a lot of short ones.
That was a bit of an interesting approach to that. I did not resolve that fast enough. Like, what was I meant to do here? So, like, getting this 4 combo was kind of fine, but I think I would have actually tried to make an 8 combo with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And trigger it here. And then I would have blue on this line here for a follow-up, and I could like insert with this to make a cross-shaped combo, or use this blue that ends up spawning down here. But for whatever reason, I made the 4 combo instead, and if I had that forethought, I could have set up with this blue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as long as I swap this blue out of the way to avoid the color conflict. I could have gone further with the reds and the potential greens over here. But I also had a bunch of blue in this area over here, so all in all, I did not do this nearly optimally well. I was like cutting it off at a 3 chain too, which was definitely not the appropriate place to. That was definitely not the appropriate place to keep the chains short.
Wizzy
broke
P
it.
This did not work for
It's
me
all of them because this
in
frog's going
the
down
slightest.
to 3.
And somehow, Froggy did not get to that in time.
Very nice set.
So, I let a few seconds go here.
He could have killed that frog.
And, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, not
all
a
the
lot
mental is
of
not
time
here
when
right now.
Froggy goes all the way down to row 3.
I don't give myself a lot of time to warm up for these
That's tough.
matches.
That's tough, but Wizzy P is just gonna have to lock in, you know.
So, this
Ooh,
locking
that
in
don't
was
block. Very nice from Cards.
not a thing I was able
Another
to
eight
do
here
there.
dialed
Yeah,
up.
avoiding that garbage clear is going to be
Since
very
we
difficult.
separated it, it is gonna be 4 lines of
It's
combo
still
garbage.
16 seconds. I'm definitely fine with that. And of course, Wizard Person will be fine with the 16 of his own.
Yeah, very well done from both players. Both players
So-
get out of here.
So,
4 minutes.
I'm feeling
Both on
fine.
pace for a sub 8, so
not
that's
super great,
kind of the dream. It's kind of what you're looking for. You want
but
to be in
okay,
that sub
okay,
8
there's like a
position
6
there.
combo. I do see the 6 combo
6-6.
there. The follow-up...
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
combos could have been a little bit
Cards
better.
off for an 8 combo there. Gonna get another 6 combo back up.
I
8
don't
combo.
know.
Meanwhile, WCP is
I don't know
just
how I
really
was supposed to
fast.
avoid this, honestly.
Yeah, the follow-up is good, but
Especially with all of the
setup
extra
is-
matches Lunchfish is getting to get to these garbage clears, and a 3 chain in the second tier.
We're gonna hold it. Ooh,
And Wizard Person's getting chained on
get a little bit more down
with his
side.
own fish. Like, what are we doing?
Gonna get out
What
efficiently.
actually, what are we
He's gonna
doing?
take the lead here over Cards. Tier 2 clear.
I
for
have
the
no
finish.
idea
It's a brutal clearing pattern right now.
how I was supposed to
Yep.
avoid this. I would have had to have made a bigger chain.
Oh my god, dude.
It's all combo garbage.
I would have had to delay this a great deal further than what would
Definitely
normally be
think
necessary.
about that. You
Okay,
want
so I
Wizzy
see
P
the
to
5
five
chain from
combo,
Wizard
5
Person,
chain.
and if
Ooh,
only...
combo in there.
If only the high stack raise, the
Very
early
nice.
stack raise from Raphael
Wow,
with that
beautiful
made that work.
11-second bird, and he's gonna go into the
Oh, hey, an
queue
11
with
combo. That
5-8.
very inefficient,
Really
but
great pace.
it ended up fine. This 8 combo, if I couldn't,
Maybe 2 lines
I
quicker. That 8
tried to
combo
send the
is
8
a
combo
down stack from the
sooner,
horizontal
but
line right there.
but
For a horizontal
I
clear.
simply needed to drop that faster, and Raph was down. I simply needed to,
Man, Wizzy P really
drop that
looks good with
quicker.
those combo extensions.
which is a bit unfortunate.
These cave opponents are going to
So-
stall your
So,
head off.
I am definitely
That's
behind. I'm behind the 8 ball here, like 30 seconds behind Wizard Person
Head on my
at this point. I
hand
do
on
see
my
that
head,
little
I'm just
6
like,
to a
what
5
is
setup.
going on right now?
Like, all of the lag chains here.
And then the game
And,
slows
like, I
down
see
because
Hook
of
Bill
what's
going
on.
bigger,
Okay, good to
and
see
I
it out at
can't
39 considering
really
the stuff that was going on
do
there.
anything to
Tempo going up to an
make it any
8.
bigger.
Maybe not leaving it.
That's unfortunate. Air walking into the garbage clear. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
the four
that
combo
there was
reactivated
just not
that
a
four
lot
combo, you
I
know,
was gonna
he
do
puzzled look
to
on his face. He
play
activated
around
that
that.
four combo, and the way that the Q works, it actually goes chains and then 4s, 5s, 6, 7s. So once he put that 4 combo back in, it stalled all of that combo garbage in the queue. Wasn't able to resolve yet. But,
Okay, Wizard Person is
gonna get out
finding
there, you know,
some stuff
gonna still have a
to
little bit of
expand on
depth
his
to
attack. I think he ends up fine.
So plan to stop chaining is going to
For that
immediately go
plant,
for the
definitely
clear.
better
It's
than-
saved.
What I did.
That chain definitely buys time to get
Then,
clear in. Now this is very spooky.
like, my combos were bad.
Oh,
No, it's just had to there
My
with
combos were bad there.
blocking.
I needed
A
to
little bit more.
make that bigger. I needed to bring that down towards the middle of the
okay.
stack.
Wizzy P's
I
gonna get out
kept
there
on
with
building from the
48.
top.
Not too shabby. Let's see if he's gonna make some time up on cards. Second tier clear here with the hearts. He's gonna have an easy
Ew.
clear with the stars.
Ew. Like, I somehow made up 15 seconds
Okay.
there, but
So cards makes up about
but
13
it was
seconds here, but
not
yeah,
going to
going into K-Mech now.
be good for me, and really, 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 this race took quite the turn at the end. So why don't I take a little bit of a break for a few minutes, and I will examine the rest of this match on the other side of this break. Be right back, dudes.
Dude,
I am not going to cut away from everyone else, though. In fact, let's actually put on some music here. Put on the Be Right Back music. Never mind. Can't be that loud. Alright, that's fine. Oh! Well, dudes.
dude,
How has your week been? Because my week trying to catch up with stuff has been kind of fruitless. I haven't caught up with a whole lot. In fact, one of the other things I really need to do this weekend is to adapt all of the speedrun tournament rules for Tetris Attack for the changes that are being made to next season, where I'm putting in a flat bracket for each of the monthly tournaments and having every qualifier be the best of 2 attempts instead of either one or the other. So I've got some leaderboards I need to update in order to make that possible. And man, oh man, is that gonna take a minute. Although I have the setup from the Pokemon Puzzle League leaderboard for qualifying already set. It's fairly similar, so it may not be that much of a big deal, but it seems like every little thing I need to do feels like a big deal to me. Maybe that's just the undiagnosed ADHD talking. I don't know, dude.
dude,
Also, I'm not going to, but I am still enjoying a Domino's Parmesan topped stuffed crust pizza from last night. I actually got 2 pizzas because they weren't big enough, but I'm a pig. I eat like a pig. Alright, dudes, welcome back to the film room. When we last left off, Wizard Person here had a fairly decent lead on the heading into the last 2 stages of Game 1 of this best of 7 V-Hard match that we played in last weekend. It was last Saturday, to be precise. And yeah, my mental was really not here at the start of this match. Not when I was making suboptimal plays. So let's see what I end up doing here to come back from this.
Keeping it close.
Because there is definitely a conclusion to be had here.
Gonna be a pretty big opener, unless maybe.
Okay, Wizard Person tried to do some cute drop chaining
At least a little bit here.
to make that work.
Oh, this is gonna be at least a 6
And
chain
once
set.
again, I am sticking to my 3-chain maximum here.
Oh, it's gonna
Doesn't
be-
seem to matter when
Yep.
Kamek is able to go off.
Another
I
chain
wanted to
from
combo
Freeman.
spam at the
Oh,
end,
God. Let's hope he has
just to
enough on
make
enough
sure, but
he can top him off. Give me a chain.
but-
I'm gonna airwalk those greens. Yup.
both of our Kameks are
Focus, focus.
finding all of the chains. And like at this point,
On the bottom, but
now that all the
still
combo
there.
garbage is dealt with, I need to restart my chain.
This is a super super aggressive.
And I really did not.
Just cleared everything in seconds.
I
here.
was hoping for a combo storm, and just like that, we got a combo storm.
Of course.
I'm like 1 second ahead going into Bowser.
By Bowser, as it always does.
So, of course, Bowser is going to decide another race, as he tends to do
But let's see how their
throughout
Bowser-
these tournaments.
Bowsers are gonna be. It looks like they're about
So
1
I'm
second apart
going
here
vertical
starting this.
to try and find something as
Alright,
quick
gonna
as I
finish
can
4,
make it.
5. Yep,
That's
gonna
exactly
complete
And
that.
I'm like
That's what-
kind of concerned about
That's exactly
chaining
Tetris
until
was.
Bowser
Okay,
stops.
it might be a little bit too big. That jiggle might cause some problems here. But two pillars on the left and right. Bowser's gonna
Who
start
has it more
following.
cooperative?
Ah.
No! Oh, Card's gonna
Bowser
get cleared
just
by
went,
Bowser, but there's no immediate
This might
clears
look good.
there.
Just went there and
Oh!
okay.
So,
Okay.
Like them apples?
Yep. Wiz got the better Bowser,
Wow.
saw Bowser going for it
so he
here.
takes game 1. And
Like,
even though we had
but
finished
the
our
fact is,
timers
I
technically a
believe
second
there
apart
is
from each other,
one
I
frame
didn't need to look it
where
over. I knew.
that can happen.
I
And
knew
so
they had it. It was
you can
actually
literally
2
call this
seconds
first game a game of frame.
apart at this point.
So, Wizard Person is gonna finish with a 9-17
So-
at the buzzer.
so,
bring that Bowser down, but Card's
So
gonna get
Wizard
a
Person starting off
9-18.
ahead,
Super duper
as,
close game 1 race.
he
Wizard
has
Person is
done
gonna take game
in
1 and
the
Superstar.
recent matches against
You can
me.
see Wizard Person just shaking his head. I mean, 6. That was
And
an
I
incredible game
swear,
1.
917,
Lots of
918.
surprises.
Those
too.
are not times that we would be happy with. Like, we know we gotta generally do
Listen
better
to the viewers,
in
maybe
order to
less
win
so
these
for
races.
the players.
Especially-
I know there was some,
Especially with Yoshi looming for the winner of this
agitation.
match the next day.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like, how
It
we
was a
performed
good
today
way.
was going to be
Yeah.
very informative as
People
to
getting a little
how
salty, you know,
either of us
but,
would do against
we
Yoshi.
saw, unfortunately,
So,
looks like a remote control.
we're both in a position to want to do
Go ahead and get started for game
a bit
2.
better.
Yeah.
So,
With
let's
this
take a
being
look
up
at this
1-0,
game 2 and see
you know,
how
that's
our
what you gotta do.
fortunes
Why
changed.
win blowouts when you can win nail biters? That's what I say.
So I see 8 combos up the middle.
Game
That
starts.
kind of combo is
Excellent 8 combo formation.
always something
Cards and,
worth going
looks
for.
like,
I had a
really
different
strong.
idea
Gonna
for
get
the
more
end
back
of
short.
that,
Has to wait for another combo to come
and the 8 combo I made at the end fixed the entire thing.
Gets there.
Okay, not the
So
ideal
that's
offense for
been
the
that was my strategy
under 20
in this match. I try to load up
to that.
on ammo and then play around whatever
Yeah.
issues
Sure.
the opponents are
You know,
going to give
what
me.
I'm seeing a lot more from Wizzy P is I see that he has
I
a lot
do
of
really
7 combos.
I
set
do
up.
really like the
He just doesn't complete an 8 combo. Is there
8 combo
in your
formations I end
experience,
up
is there any
making.
advantage to just sending a 7 earlier than just completing an 8?
Pretty cool to
The
make an 8
seven
combo in
seems
the
to
middle
put
of a
horizontal
chain.
line. It might actually be better to send.
Oh
a
man,
slightly
neither of
longer
us
combo
really
because there's less
dealt with a
lag
bump
time
D that
for the
particularly
target
good.
from the opponent's side.
Both had some garbage clearing there.
Okay, mild hiccups from
So
Wizards
I
and
see
Stars, but still a lot of
this.
stages to go.
Get
Keep
the
at it.
purple, get the blue in position to do just that. And
That's
again,
smart.
I'm kind of just trying
Smart,
to
very nice.
work on
Gonna have
both
an opportunity
ends,
for 2 pillars here.
and
Yep,
it
11 seconds
works
Dog's not gonna dig out.
pretty well here, dude.
Very nice.
Dude,
I'm trying to work the stack from both ends, where I'm trying to quickly build up a
Yeah, he's gonna be 2 lines short.
chain
He's
to
gonna
start
need
things
to-
off, and then I want, while that
Who's
chain
gonna
is
take
building,
that
I want to
hole?
make
Ooh, at the
combos
very last moment, yeah,
at
Dog's gonna
the
get out of that.
end of it. And okay, the combo follow-up's not gonna be good here.
Well, we're out.
We are out of there.
This is certainly
Cards is
not
out.
going to work how I wanted it.
Downstack those
Okay.
greens. Yep, those greens are gonna get downstacked.
I'm
for
spamming
very
combos.
brutal.
I should
Just like
probably
it
be
happened to
rebuilding the
both
chain from
players.
here.
Swigler's not going down without a fight.
And like in this early game, this combo storm will be fine until the
Ugh.
other tier of garbage is dealt with. But we're getting to the point here, and like at this point, I need to be rebuilding a chain.
What is going on here? And now there was no chain garbage.
Yeah.
And
all of those combo blocks just resolved and just
I don't know.
flooded.
I don't know what I was
the
supposed to do there, dude.
You know,
Dude.
there's no automatic chain.
Like let's go let's go on beyond that. Let's see what could have changed here, because the 4 combo would have been the size that I went there. I needed one more line
We are out of
to make this work early. So where
last moment.
was the one more line that I needed?
Poochie's gonna.
Because I was definitely fine with this. I was kind of color conflicted with the reds in here. 'Cause I wanted to make a red, put a red here and then a red here. Like maybe if I saw this red, I could have put a red here and then a blue follow up with all that. Although I could have, I think I was wanting this horizontal instead. But you know, I've got yellows and purples over here. I could have just made an 8 or a 10 combo while all of this was resolving. It's kind of a set it and forget it strategy
Ooh, at the very last moment.
that I was trying to
Out of that. Gonna get a
get to. And this one I did not get it down. This one I absolutely did not get down.
Is not out of there. Ooh, gonna downstack those.
And as soon as Wiggler got to that,
Wiggler's
yeah.
not going down without a fight.
Especially not with
Yeah.
There's no automatic.
I was just
I just can't.
consecutive,
I can't even look at that with a straight face.
not deducting stop time at all.
Okay.
Lucky sequences. Crazy like that.
Once again, I'm
Person
trying a little bit of a set it and forget it deal. And I think I would have had to delay that attack too much to
eventually
keep that garbage clear from happening, so that's whatever.
Almost completely airwalked that.
That's
over,
whatever.
didn't
I
enough
really
get that over there, and Card's gonna
couldn't have done anything reasonable about that.
Wizzy P
I would have had to
about- looks
completely
like a
change my
3
strategy
lead.
to avoid
Oh,
that.
looks like a 2-second, 1-second lead.
So there's a
Jeez.
little 6-4
That's right,
action
closer than I thought.
up there. I could have flattened out
Not
the
kind of what we're expecting.
green. I could have flattened out the some of the yellows for
nice single swap
an extra
into
combo. I
eight
really
there.
hope I dropped enough here. I did.
Pillars.
Very fortunate for both of us that our pillars of panels held.
Very nice. Yeah, both players are out of the.
Once
first
again,
half,
we're
4
not
minutes.
particularly
That's-
pleased at our
That's where
paces,
you want to be, you know. We talk about that.
But-
we talk about, you know,
but
going
we're
for
doing
you know, going
enough.
for those low 8-minute times, and yeah, one of the building blocks to
Uh,
that is
I'm
getting
trying
out of the first half and
to get
around
something
4
extra
minutes,
to
so both
follow
players
up
doing a good
here.
job of that again.
Oh, those are like.
Oh, I
speedy arrangements
I
on
think that timing was about as good as I was gonna get, but Wizard got a much better timing to work with, and that's gonna be a chain off that garbage. These foes are not supposed to know how to do that.
Uh-oh. Gonna be airwalked? Yep.
Cards
Hey,
Stars,
I
yep,
just
there's a lot of people there.
combo
They
storm
really
and
get
hope
those
that the
stars
minimal
too.
screen shake gives him
Alright.
enough time to get out.
Got
Ugh,
it out of the fish in 38, but
that was
can't be
bad.
happy about that development. Wow, Wizzy P, very beautiful lag chain. Using a platform.
Man, Wizard person dealing with a low Raphael. That's kind of
Air
par for the
Falco's
course there.
going to drop now. Raven gets one clear. We should be okay.
Okay, so I find a little bit of a
Look at
chain
that.
here. I've got some
Actually
5
stacked
combos to
so
follow up
indirectly and,
there.
you know, kind of didn't have any
And
ways
I
to
see how
do
low
it.
that Raph is. I know I need to go
God,
bigger,
Raven.
What?
but I
Just
had
have to put
nothing.
4 lines
I
to
had
make sure that everything's
absolutely
topped off.
nothing I could rely on there. Like, there's another 8 combo.
Raise.
There's another 8 combo. You gotta rebuild.
Send the finisher yourself.
Yep, and this clearing really bad. Yep.
This is when I realize I need to rebuild. So 3 chain minimum to rebuild. This was bad. This was terrible. This was horrible. I need to, like, realize earlier
Got out
when
22.
the opponent is going to get to my combo garbage.
Hard cave.
I just need to
Can be much worse than
rebuild
that.
the chain.
Be
So that way I
worse
don't
than
get-
that, but yeah,
get,
Wizzy has already
multiple
taken a one-stage lead
extended
in the cave.
Stretches of transformation time, and now I'm a full stage
You can
behind.
see it, and
Like, I see
you know,
this
I
little
don't know if they're watching the screens right now,
maneuver.
but that's not a good feeling.
I found
I
something
don't know where I'm at, but I know
pretty
that
snappy
I
there.
can't be doing well right now if I'm.
And will the hook bill pillars hold?
Where,
Yes!
which is why I tried a much shorter attack, and it worked there.
So,
Yeah,
once
excellent.
again, I'm going to my 3-chain
Uh-oh.
That
maximum. Wizard person needed 2 more lines to lock out
It's in now, but
Piranha Plant.
that
Did not
just
quite have him ready.
gave Plant the opportunity. And
So,
with
for
that,
my plant,
Oh,
it
this
gets
is gonna be-
really spooky.
Yep, and this is going to be at least.
and
This is gonna chain a while now.
maybe
At least a 10 chain, maybe.
that combo
Just a
follow-up's
9
good.
chain. Oh my god. Let's hope. Oh my god, he doesn't have him topped off.
Oh, Plant did
Didn't
not
have him
get
topped
to
off
the
initially, so
green
First
garbage
game
clear
is in the
in
Hall of
time, and
Chaos.
that's going to lead to a crush!
Drop that last piece of garbage and get crushed.
Okay. And
Wow.
just like that, Wizard Person's in a really bad place, and I
Cave and
am moving on with 2 stages to go. Like, Wizard Person's finally there, but
going on his side, but
you
Carson
know
took
you
the
can't
lead
have a
right
cave
back.
stage that bad. Not against someone of our caliber.
But that could immediately happen again on the other side.
Okay, got a little 6 to
That's how the
6
cave works.
action.
It's just
That was not what I was
so crazy like that.
wanting.
Watch your head cards. Raised really high up
Going
there.
for all
Ooh,
of
That was not what I wanted.
that's in one.
That was not what I... Hold on. That was not what I wanted in the slightest. I had the blinders on to what Kamek was doing.
That's how the cave works. It's so
See how it
crazy
goes.
like that. Oh, watch your head cards.
There was not a lot Kamek was doing, not a lot I needed there.
Contestant one.
Like, how?
Wow.
How did that work?
Masterful K-Mac right there.
How did that work out?
Yeah,
Seriously.
it works out like that where they just
And this is not working out for Wizard Person. That's a really low Kamek.
time. Just that little window.
Kamek's just having... Wizard Person just gonna have to wait.
Buzzer. Having a 6 and a 5.
That insert doesn't work, moron! Stop trying to make that insert for the 5 combo work!
Hoping that
You can't insert that bottom panel. The timing doesn't work right in this game.
Here on the right side of his board.
Maybe it does on lower speeds.
Where's the
Maybe
garbage?
that's what's
Where's all the
got
combo
me
cards?
tripped up.
I think he's gonna run out of moves here. Oh, don't down stack that. Do not. Oh god.